Hello and welcome to another York Sports Network broadcast. Here tonight we have a matchup between the York Dukes and the Downers Grove South Mustangs here for the 12th annual York Thanksgiving Girls Basketball Tournament. This is our second game in the main gym tonight as York is getting prepared to do the tip-off here. Luca, can you tell us a little bit about these teams?
Well, yeah, sure. York, these are both the teams' first games of the regular season, so most teams are mainly trying to figure out, where they want to how they want to situate their rosters. Who's going to be on VAR, who's going to be on JV, who's going to get moved up. So that's what a lot of this is about. It's an exhibition, if you will, for both teams.
Stella Cole and Haven Harden to do the jump ball here. And Harden's going to win it for the Mustangs. Down to South now, trying to pass the ball around the wing. Getting it to Bryant. It passes over the head of Harden. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be the Dukes basketball.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there by DGS, throwing the ball a bit over there.
Myers now to bring it up for the first possession of the new year for York. She's going to get this one over to Silkaitis. She's going to drive to the basket, kick it back out to Barden. They're going to call a traveling foul on her, so that's going to be a turnover and Mustangs basketball. Downer South now trying to break the press. They get it over, but that's going to go off the hand of Silkaitis and it's going to go out of bounds. So Downer South able to get the ball back after a bad pass. Here's Addison Bryant now to pass it in. She's going to get it in over to Allison Jarvis. Jarvis back over to Rouse.
Yeah, and Olivia Silkaitis, only a sophomore, now starting on varsity, just making a huge jump here. And we'll see what she can do in her varsity debut.
As there's a three-ball attempt from Allison Jarvis. She's going to knock it down for the first 3 points of the game. So the Mustangs going to take an early 3-0 lead with 7:02 left to go in this first quarter. There's going to be a foul on the drive to the basket, so now the York Dukes can get some free throws.
Yeah, Stella Cole there showing a lot of athleticism there, able to cut right into the basket. And just a great job by her. Now she's going to go to the line for two.
First of two is good for Stella Cole. Second attempt here is going to be long and grabbed by Megan Ganchow. Jarvis getting this one over to Rouse. Rouse back to Jarvis. She's going to look to get it into the middle. That ball's tipped away by Filosa. Cole's now pushing it. Pass over to Filosa. She's going to take a pull-up three. That one's going to be off the front of the rim. Won't go down, and Harden grabs the rebound.
Yeah, a little bit of a heat check there by Filosa.
Rouse gets this one over to Jarvis. Jarvis going to stop her dribble, getting trapped. Ball's now stuck in the corner. Pass going to be over the head of Rouse, and that's going to be a backcourt violation here. York's defense looking to apply a lot of pressure early on in this game, and it's working very well, causing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, and that's going to be a timeout call by DGS. DGS's head coach not looking happy with the results of this game. 3-1 already. DGS has the lead, though. We will be right back, folks. You are watching York Sports Network.
Ball passed in off the timeout. Myers going to have it. She's going to try driving to the basket. She goes up with the layup off the glass, and that's good.
An impressive drive there by Hannah Myers, able to power through the Mustangs there.
Ball bobbled a little bit there by Ganschow. She's going to break out of it, though. Get into Harden. Off the hands of Harden. Going out of bounds again. And I've said it already a couple times here tonight, but that Duke's press, it gave a lot of problems to opposing offensives last season. It's doing the same thing here tonight, even with a little bit of change to the roster. So Silkaitis now trying to back down in the paint. She's going to go with the up and under. That one's off the back of the glass. It won't fall down.
And that was a great move by Silkaitis there. A little bit of a post fade there. Almost successful.
Ball down to Hart in the corner. She's going to drive baseline. She's going to go up with it. She's going to be fouled and one. And one there for Haven Harden. And they're going to get the 2 points, 2-point lead. And she's going to get an opportunity here for the 3-point play.
Looking like prime James Harden out there with that and one.
Free throw's going to rattle around the rim, but it will fall in. 5:30 left to go in this first quarter of action. Myers gets it over to Silkaitis. Now over to Cole. Cole looking to drive. She's going to kick this one out to Silkaitis for three. Her three-pointer is going to be short. Rebounded by Harden. RJ crosses over to Jarvis. They find the cutting player down in the paint. That's not going to go. Harden's going to grab the offensive rebound, and it's going to be a double dribble. Good job by her to grab the rebound, but lost the handle on it. And that's a double dribble and a turnover for the Mustangs once again. Here's Myers now in the half court. So Kai's going to receive the screen. She's going to the basket. She's going to cut. She's going to get blocked.
No soup for you, Olivia Silkaitis. What an incredible block there by DGS.
Not a cash out. She's going to go in. She's going to get it to roll over the rim, and that's going to go in. Now 8-3. The Mustangs up by 5, and Coach Collins is going to take a timeout for York to talk this over with his team.
Yeah, York's struggling a bit on the boards here, trying to attack the rim here. It's just not exactly working. We'll see if they can shape it up here after this timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching York Sports Network.
Out of the timeout now with 4:38 left to go in the first quarter. Hannah Myers is going to bring this ball up for York. Bessie's going to dribble around the arc. She's going to find Stella Cole. She's going to take a pull-up three. That one's going to bounce off the rim and backboard, but it will go down. Quick 3 points out of the timeout here for York.
Yeah, great bank shot there by Stella Cole, able to get it to go in. Just was left completely wide open and took advantage of it.
Harden now driving to the basket. Great spin move. A little too hard off the glass. Mia Barton able to grab it. She's going to get over to Mia Pretzi.
It was an impressive move by Harden right there.
Pretzi over to Cole. It's going to be a travel there from York. That was number 5, Avery Larma, the freshman guard, making her first appearance in a York Dukes uniform.
On varsity.
Jarvis getting this one over to Rouse. Rouse getting this one down low. Harden now on the wing, no good. Offensive rebound though, so Jarvis gonna now shoot the three. That's gonna be off the back iron. Harden, offensive rebound once again. DGS dominating the boards, but just can't find the bottom of the net. And there's going to be a jump ball on that last shot attempt from Harden. York got to do a much better job of blocking out. That was a pretty rough defensive possession there on the glass.
Yeah, thankfully though for York, they were not able to score on all those offensive boards.
Myers now looking to take a pull-up three. That one's going to be short and no good. Rebounded by Megan Gash now. Ball now getting moved in the half court. Trapped though Ball's going to be loose. Stella Cole's going to grab it. She should have an easy fast break layup, and she does. That's going to be in, and that's now going to be a tie ball game. We're now 8-8 with 3 minutes left to go in the first.
Yeah, that was a great 2-1-2 trap run there by York, and it looks like they're trying to run it again right here.
That one's off the hands of Hardin. Barden now going to have it. This ball pass up to Minor. She's going to take a pull-up three in transition. That one's off the back iron. Going to be a deep pass thrown by Rouse. Nowhere near the intended target in Allison Jarvis, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Silkaitis going to check in for Barden, as well as Anna Filosa checking in for Hannah Myers. So Silkaitis with this, going to get it over to Larma. Larma to Filosa. Filosa going to take a deep three from the volleyball line. That's not going to go. That one's going to go out of bounds as DGS is going to let that go. Pretzi trying to save it, but ball was already out of bounds. Ball over to Jarvis. Trying to get it back over to Gash now, and Filosa made some pretty hard contact. They're going to charge her with the foul. That's only York's second foul here in the first quarter, as Rouse is going to check out of the game here for the first time. First substitution for the Mustangs. Ball passed in, tipped by Filosa. Cole's going to get it up to Filosa. Left-handed layup, the scoop, and it's down and in. York now taking their first lead of the game.
Yeah, York forcing another turnover there, just coming out of nowhere, snatching the ball.
Ball trying to be passed to Hardin, intercepted by Silkaitis. She's now pushing, looking to get it back to Filosa. She does. Filosa's going to take a sidestep three. That's going to rattle around in and go out. Filosa able to get it back, though, after the rebound by Cole. Filosa now going to the basket. She's fouled on the shot attempt, so she's going to go to the line for two, as Megan Gash now going to pick up her first foul here in the early goings of this ball game. Have some substitutions now for York. Myers in the inbound, looking to try to get it in. They get to Filosa in the paint. Going to be a jump ball called as Haven Hart and Anna Filosa got tangled up. Possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs, so they're going to get the ball here. York's still playing that aggressive 1-2-2 full court defense that they've ran for so many years and successful for so many years. That pass going over the head of Hardin. Looks like they're really trying to feed her early, as she's been the main passing target here for this Mustangs offense.
Yeah, score 10-8 here still. I think the reason this score is still balanced is one, York has forced a lot of turnovers, but they haven't been able to capitalize on the other side on the basket. DGS has turned the ball over, but has been pretty efficient shooting-wise.
Rouse with it, she's working into the corner, trapped by Filosa and Pretzi. A lot shorter than those two defenders. That's going to go out of bounds. We're going to say last touched on Filosa. So the Mustangs going to catch a little bit of a break there, as they're going to be able to keep that ball, and now putting it underneath the basket here for DGS.
Yeah, Filosa kind of struggling here early in the game. She's 0 for 3 from 3 now after that attempted heat check last possession.
She's also going to pick up her second foul there. Might be something that Coach Collins is going to have to watch early on here in the game, as 2 fouls in the first quarter could be a little worrisome going on throughout the rest of the first half. Hardin's going to get this one over to Jarvis. Jarvis to Rouse. Jarvis looking to feed the post. She does. Pretzi on the defense. That's going to be blocked. Out of bounds on Pretzi, though, but great defensive possession there for York. Stella Cole and Kayla Callahan now checking in for York, as Pretzi and Filosa are going to get a quick breather over on the sideline. The three from Jarvis off the inbound. It's not going to fall. Offensive rebound, though, and that one is in for number 23, Addison Bryant.
Yeah, DGS once again capitalizing on those offensive boards. Addison Bryant that time with the putback.
Here's a deep two from Myers, and she's going to knock it down. Foot was on the line. Still going to give them the lead back, though. Under a minute now to play, 30 seconds left. Here's the full court trap over to Gaschow. That ball's tipped. Rouse able to grab it, though. She's going to pull it back out. Looking at making something happen with this last 20 seconds. They're going to get this over to Jarvis. Corner now with Harden. Could be playing for a last shot. Jarvis over to Rouse. Get it to Jarvis. Jarvis driving baseline. That one is no good. They get over to Silkaitis with 1 second left. Full court heave, and that one's not going to go. So at the end of our first quarter here, the York Dukes do lead only by 2. 12-10 is our score. And Luca, what's kind of been going good or bad for each of these teams that's really kept this game, like really close so far?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. York's using that 2-1-2 defense again that they've always used, really capitalizing on it, forcing a ton of turnovers. But on the other end of the court, it's just not quite connecting for them. They're just having trouble actually scoring the ball. Filosa's been struggling like we've been saying, 0 for 3 from 3 now. DGS on the other side, great with the offensive boards, but however, they just have not been able to capitalize on those offensive boards, and they're lucky to get a possession given how many turnovers that York has forced.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly here. Don't go anywhere for second half or second quarter action between the York Dukes and the Downers Grove South Mustangs. Back now here at the start of the second quarter. York's going to get it first. So Kaitis looking to drive. Should be another travel violation called on the York Dukes, this time on number 12, Ellie Kehoe, also another sophomore that got called up to varsity this year.
More trap defense being used here on DGS.
As a pass there from Rouse is going to tip off of Allison Jarvis's hands, and it is going to go out of bounds. So once again, that York defense being very effective here in the first half. So Kaitis over with it on the wing. She's going to get to Myers. Myers, a step back jumper. That one's not going to fall for Myers, and they're going to get it over to Harden now. Straight into that press, though. They get it across half court, then got it over to Jarvis. Jarvis trying to drive, but Silkaitis stops from going baseline. Ball over in the corner. It's going to be a traveling violation there on Addison Bryant. She was looking to make this extra pass to Allison Jarvis, who would have been wide open for 3, but that pass was very out of the way regardless, so probably would have been a turnover either way.
Yeah, that was a great job by Silkaitis. They were able to draw the travel on Bryant, capitalizing there on some defense once again.
Stella Cole now over to Hannah Myers. Ball now with Barden. Cole getting pressured by Harden very high up near half court. Barden trying to do something. She's going to drive, going to take the baseline jumper, and she's going to get a friendly bounce, and it's going to go down. Jarvis gets this one into Harden. Going to go right back to Harden, but Myers is just going to kick that one out of bounds. She's going to hit the kick ball violation and stop that ball from advancing into the half-court offense for the Mustangs. Clash out over to Jarvis. Jarvis trying to drive. She's trapped now by Cole and Myers. Can't do anything with it. They're calling for it, and there's a steal. York now in the fast break offense. Kehoe with it. Larma now with a deep 3, and Larma's going to knock down the 3 ball. York now in the lead, 17-10.
And that was a great 3 ball there by Larma, able to read the offense perfectly, finding an open shot.
right after the three, though, she's going to pick up the foul on the defensive end as Haven Harden was trying to make a move to the basket. That's just going to be her first. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. As Brian's going to look to get this one in to Jarvis. She's going to unload a three. That one's long. Pretzi's going to grab it. Get this one over to the point guard, Myers. Myers in transition is going to get this one back over to Larma. Larma to Cole. Myers has it in the paint. Stella Cole finds herself wide open for three. Off the mark, however. It's going to be an air ball, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Cole there. Had a great look from three, just not able to quite connect.
Rouse with it for the Mustangs. She's going to look to get that one over to Bryant, but off the leg of Cole. Myers now trying to slow it down a little bit. Cole's going to push to the basket. Euro step, can't finish. Gets her own rebound, though, but misses the second chance attempt. Now trying to fight with it for Harden, but Cole's going to get called on the foul there. Great hustle attempt there, but just could not finish around the basket.
Your foul number 22, Stella Cole. That's her first, team second.
A switch here made by DGS as Elizabeth Rouse will sub out and Jacayla Thomas will sub in for the first time this game. As Silkaitis will be subbed in for the Dukes and Kehoe will be subbed out.
Ball's going to be looking to get it to Jarvis on that play, but Myers pull-up jumper. That's going to be nothing but net. That's going to be in. The Dukes offense has finally found some sort of pace here, scoring 7 straight unanswered points to start the quarter. This ball's going to be put over in the corner by the Mustangs, and there's going to be a double dribble by Jacayla Thomas.
Thomas there struggling. I mean, that's her first time being subbed into the game. Just a little bit of a panic there by Thomas, I would say.
4:50 now in the first half. Myers going to looking to get down low to Silkaitis. She's on the baseline. She's making a move on Bryant. She puts it up and she knocks it down off the glass. Great job by Silkaitis to get around Bryant, closing the door on her, and she finishes nicely there. Now an 11-point lead for York.
Yeah, and that was Silkaitis' first bucket on varsity.
And now also her first foul as she picks that one up. As Haven Harden was trying to receive the pass down the low block.
Oh, second foul on Silkaitis.
With the second foul, she's going to take a seat as now Silkaitis and Filosa both have 2 fouls here in the first half. It's going to go out of bounds off of Larma. So the Mustangs will keep the ball underneath the basket as Jacayla Thomas is here to pass it in. She gets it into Jarvis. Jarvis getting pressured. She gets it into the middle. Ball now kicked back out to Thomas. Thomas to Harden. Jarvis now with a thought about taking the 3 ball. She won't. Harden getting into the corner to Thomas. Great ball movement here on this possession by the Mustangs.
And moving quick with the ball here.
Jarvis finally finds her shot. She's going to shoot it. That's going to roll in and out. Cole's able to grab it. She's going to slow us down. DGS made a great transition in the defense right there. Pretzi looking to take the jumper, but she's going to travel while doing so. Mustangs basketball as Myers is going to catch another breather here as another freshman checks in the game, and Kate Carter. Gashnow's pass can be intercepted by Larma. She's going to look to get it over to Stella Cole, and she does a great job there avoiding the defense and getting that one to fall in with the left hand.
Yeah, great left-hand scoop there by Cole.
Thomas pass to no one. Cole's right there to make the steal. Getting this one into Carter. Carter goes up too hard. That's not going to fall in for her. Ball's rebounded by Harden. They're going to get this one over to Thomas in the corner. She makes a move, pull-up jumper. That one's off the front of the rim. Fighting for the rebound. That's going to be last touched by number 23, Addison Bryant. So in that huge swing of transitions right there, York's going to be able to settle this one down and keep the ball. Larma getting it over to Pretzi. Pretzi getting it over to Barden in the corner. Trying to dribble to the basket. It's going to go off her own foot for another turnover. York decides to make another substitution here with taking out Stella Cole and putting back in Hannah Myers. All right, now being trapped by Carter and Pretzi. She's able to get out of it, though. So over to Bryant. Great feed down low. The layup won't go for Gashow. Ball's getting it over to Pretzi. Carter now gets it over to Myers. Myers, pull-up jumper again. That one's not going to fall. That's going to hit the backboard.
Yeah, Myers has really been trying to capitalize on the mid-range shot as there's a pass to no one by South. Myers really been trying to capitalize on the mid-range shot. 2 for 3 now from there.
I think Gashow thought that the referee was her teammate, closest person to the ball easily. Myers looking to make another move by herself, getting it over to Carter. Carter, the pass way too far away from Larma. That's going to find its way out of bounds here with 1:58 left to go in the first half. Duke still leading 23-10 as Downers Grove South has yet to score a basket here in the second quarter. Long pass to Harden. Harden now driving. Pass out to Jarvis. Jarvis working baseline. Hit by Larma, and that's going to be a foul.
Your foul number 5, Avery Leiman. That's her second, team's fourth.
First free throw for Jarvis is going to be a bit long. York's going to make another substitution here with Stella Cole checking in for Mia Pretzi. Second free throw from Jarvis is good, though. Nothing but net. That's going to be the first points here in the second quarter for the Mustangs. Still without a field goal, however, with only 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Myers going to take a pull-up three quickly, and she's going to knock it down. Hannah Myers has been looking really good from outside the paint area right now, knocking down 3 of 4 outside jumpers.
Absolutely. Myers really, really attacking on the offense, you know, finding wide open looks from mid-range from 3, like you just said, outside of the paint. She's been absolutely electric from there.
Here's Elizabeth Rouse. Over to Bryant. Jarvis going to have it. She's going to take a pretty contested jumper right there, but rebounded by Bryant. Ball over to Rouse. Rouse going to drive. Floater. Rouse gets to go.
Incredible move there by Rouse. That will only be DGS's second basket, but that's a pretty impressive basket right there.
Violation from York on the inbounds pass. Tell Cole too quickly to get it in, having her foot not being out of bounds. So it's going to be a turnover, and DGS trying to capitalize off it, keep the momentum that they've got here. To Bryant. Bryant's mid-range jumper is no good, and now Carter is pushing the pace. She's going 1-on-4, going to slow down as Rouse falls down. Myers trying to make another play happen. She's going to the basket, gets her man jumping, and that one is good off the glass.
Great move by Hannah Myers, getting the defense to shake down off her, taking an uncontested jumper off the glass.
Should be an over-the-back penalty here on the Mustangs. Pretty sure Haven Harden hit Larma pretty hard from behind. 15-point game now with 29 seconds. We're going to let Stella Cole bring the ball up here for this, what should be last possession of the quarter. She's going to drive quickly, getting it over to Larma. She's going to take the mid-range jumper. That's way too long. And it's going to be another turnover by the Mustangs. They've really struggled so far holding on to the basketball, and that's one of the main reasons why they're down so much here in the second quarter. Callahan's going to pass this one into Myers. 5 seconds now to go. This one's going to be kicked out. Barden's going to take her chance on a three. That's not going to be in. That should be a halftime shot. Does get off by Jarvis, but it's way too far as it hits the Dukes banner in the back behind the basket. But that's going to be halftime with our score 28-13. And Luca, what did York do a lot better in that second quarter that really kind of separated themselves from the Mustangs?
Yeah, the inside scoring was definitely a problem in the first quarter. Like we said, I mean, they were forcing a ton of turnovers, which they did again this quarter. But, however, they were able to respond on the offensive end of that and actually score. Hannah Myers having a great performance so far. 11 points. Yeah, 11 points. 4 for 5 from the field now. Attacking on just anywhere outside the paint. 100% from 3. two for 3 from mid-range. And then we saw that incredible shot off the glass from her. And then Stella Cole attacking under the rim once again. And York has actually been able to respond with the offensive boards and been able to stop DGS from getting the offensive boards.
Well said, Luca. And with that, we're going to step away here for halftime. We'll see you back in 9 minutes. Don't go anywhere for the conclusion of the York Dukes season opener against the Downers Grove South Mustangs. Now back from halftime here in the York Dukes varsity opener here in Elmhurst. 28-13 is our score as we get the second half kicked off, as that pass is brought in down low and missed. Second chance effort will go down for the Mustangs, as that is a good sign for their offense. Struggled a little bit there in the second quarter, only putting up 3 points, so definitely getting off on the right foot.
Yeah, second quarter was rough for Downers South. Really not able to attack, getting locked down by this 2-1-2 defense that York is just so good at running.
It's Velosa trying to force a pass in there to Stella Cole, but she's going to make up for it, getting a turnover herself, and she's going to knock down that in the paint jumper for her 4th point here in the game, first of the second half. So that ball's going to go out of bounds on DGS again. See that full court press you were just talking about a couple seconds ago, Luca. Myers with it. She's going to get this one over to Barden. Barden trying to feed down low. That pass is tipped. She's fighting for it, and it will be a jump ball as her and Allison Jarvis get tied up there with the basketball. York possession arrow is in their favor, though, so that's going to be a pass and looks to be for Stella Cole here for York.
Yeah, Stella Cole's been having a great game. 8 points already for the Dukes.
Myers getting the screen. She's going to go to the basket. Tough layup attempt. It's not going to go down. Now in the fast break and transition here, that floater will bounce in for number 20, Megan Gaschchow.
Yeah, this is Gaschchow's first appearance in the game. Yeah, first appearance we've seen all day in first bucket.
That fouls on number 4, Aiden Hart gets her second.
Barden passing it in off the out of bounds play. Stella Cole's going to get this one over to Myers. She's going to take her time, looking to make a move on her own. She's going to pick up her dribble. Now she's trapped. So Kai's able to help her out, though. Velosa now at the corner 3 off the front of the rim and rebounded by Hayden Harden. Up to Jarvis now.
Yeah, Velosa's kind of been struggling from three-point land. 0 for 4 now in this game.
Ball passed over to Harden. Harden and Jarvis in the corner. Ball down low into Bryant. Bryant gets fouled by Velosa. Now that's Velosa's 3rd foul here. She picked up that 3rd one quickly on in the second half. Definitely something Coach Collins is going to have to keep in mind here, as there's still 6 minutes left to go in just the 3rd. Looks like after this first free throw, they're going to bring in Mia Pretzi for that substitution.
Yeah, Edison Bryant did a great job drawing that foul. She will make her first free throw there.
Bryant's second one is going to bounce around the rim and won't go in, so Kaitis able to grab the rebound. Getting up to Myers, who's now pushing it. She's trying to get around Harden. Harden playing some great defense. Myers now trapped. She's going to get this one out to Silkaitis. Now over to Cole. Myers down the corner. Another 3-pointer. That one's short. Cole trying to make a play on it. Going to tip off her hand, and Bryant's going to pick it up. Harden now pushing it up to Jarvis. Jarvis making a pass in the paint, and Gaschchow goes up with it, and she gets the layup. Now a 10-point ball game. DGS is starting to fight back a little bit.
Yeah, York's struggling coming out of the second half with scoring. DGS really taking advantage of it.
And Stella Cole goes in for a layup, and she's going to be fouled hard by Bryant. She's going to go to the line for 2 free throws here.
Fouls on 23, Edison Bryant, her second, team second.
5:22 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Cole's going to knock down her first one. She's got 9 points here, second leading scorer behind Hannah Myers with 11.
Yeah, Stella Cole really has not been subbed out of this game most of the time. You know, really just been the rock around York's offense and defense, too.
Jarvis being pressured now by Cole. They get it over to Glasgow. Glasgow pushes it out to Bryant. Jarvis getting it down low, trying to make the extra pass. It gets tipped, but there is Jarvis, the rebound, the tip pass, and she goes right into her hands, and she hits the layup. Still keeping this 10-point lead right where it is, just back and forth. Myers kick this one out. Silkaitis for three, and she knocks it down. Nothing but net. Olivia Silkaitis hits the three-pointer. There's going to be a timeout here called by York after the shot. 4:43 left to go in this third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes varsity basketball here on York Sports Network. Back from that York timeout now. Downers go south with it, trying to get some quick points here as they get it down low to Harden, and she hits the left-handed layup.
Yeah, that was a great job by DGS, seeing that York was just all in the backcourt and leaving Harden wide open under the basket.
Myers getting this ball up top, trying to work on Harden, out to Cole. Cole now driving. She's going to get blocked by Harden, but back out to Myers, and now her three-point attempt also won't go. Another offensive rebound, however. Myers going to pull up another one. This one also won't go in. Jarvis now able to grab it, trying to move the ball around, getting it over to Rouse. Rouse on a glass chow. That ball stripped away.
Cookies! A travel is called there on York.
Emily Van Ukelum there on the steal attempt. Unfortunately, after the great steal, that ball's going to be turned right back over to the Mustangs, giving them a second opportunity here on this possession. 3:55 left to go in the third quarter. York up by 11, 35-24. Rouse over to Jarvis. Jarvis down low to Glasgow. Getting pressured. Silkaitis hand in the face. It rolls around the rim, won't go in, and she grabs the rebound. Larma getting this one back over to Cole. Now to Silkaitis. She's looking to drive, getting over to Larma. She can't handle the initial pass. Little left-handed floater off the glass, wide left.
A little bit of a wild shot there from Larma. Not really 100% thinking.
Is that a far pass over? They're going to say that one was out of bounds on York. And there it is. They're going to give it to York. I was about to say that pass was not tipped at all, just thrown way over the head of everybody.
Yeah, all the way into the hallway.
Might have had to be like 6'8" to make a play on that kind of ball. Definitely no 6'8" players out here.
I think there's a 6'2" player on Marist, I believe. Marist?
I think it was Glenbrook South.
Glenbrook South.
Yeah.
6'2" player.
Quite impressive as Jarvis gets the steal on Larma. She's now pushing it. Jump stop, left-handed layup, and she gets the and one. What an amazing play there from Allison Jarvis, turning that steal into some points and an opportunity here to capitalize and make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Allison Jarvis now with 8 points in this game. She's been having an impressive performance, and the points just don't say everything. She's done a great job of facilitating for the Mustangs.
And the free throw will also go down. The York lead starting to dwindle down a little bit as it's now just an 8-point Dukes lead.
Yeah, this was a pretty strong lead that the Dukes had coming into the second
And there's
half.
Jarvis again getting it away from Larma. She's going for another and one, but she misses the layup this time, but she's still going to be awarded 2 free throws. Jarvis is playing some great defense.
Great job again on the defensive end, but also great job drawing the foul again.
First one for Jarvis, going to rattle around a little bit, but it won't go down. It's now Keogh's checking in for Larma. She picks up quick 2 fouls. I think she's at 4 fouls currently in this game right now. Filosa now going to also check in, giving Myers a little bit of a break. Filosa will have to be careful, however, as she currently has 3 fouls for this York team. Second free throw is good for Jarvis. It's going to be a timeout called here from the Mustangs. They're starting to cut into this lead a little bit. Now just a 7-point lead for the Dukes, 35-28 with 2:53 left to go in this third quarter. And Luca, what have you kind of been seeing that's led DGS to like kind of come back in this game a little bit? I know York's been struggling a little bit offensively, but besides that, what have they changed?
Yeah, Downer South definitely being much more aggressive on the defensive end, and that's exactly what they needed to do. York has been very aggressive on the defensive end and was capitalizing on that in the first half, but now this is DGS's time to shine with the defense. I mean, we saw 2 steals and ones there by Allison Jarvis there. Those were both credible plays, being able to draw the contact. So that is exactly what they need to keep doing in this second half.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly here before we get back to action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Basketball on York Sports Network. Anna Filosa bringing the ball up for York out of the timeout. He's being worked on by Harden. Ball's on the ground. Filosa does pick it up, and she's able to get to Stella Cole. She's going to hit the cross pass to Silkaitis in the corner. Her three's going to be way short. Picked up by Jarvis. We're still staying in that full court press here. Jarvis trying to push it up to Bryant. Bryant in the paint. She goes up with it, and she's fouled.
Yeah, so there's the problem, TJ, with York's full court press right now. They're running such hard full court press in the back court that they keep leaving someone open, wide open under the rim. And that time they left, I believe that's Bryant, wide open under the rim. That has been their problem with this 2-on-2 defense.
First free throw won't fall down, though, as Van Euclim's going to take a seat on the bench, and number 12, L.A. Kehoe is going to check in for York. Second free throw attempt is also no good. Be a lane violation here, so it doesn't matter who grabs that rebound, as York's going to be awarded the basketball. Myers trying to drive. Great defense once again by Harden. Wild attempt there from Kehoe, but she's going to draw the foul on Allison Jarvis. Now Ellie Kehoe's going to go to the line for 2 free throws of her own. Could make it a 4-point swing depending if she makes these 2 points or not.
And Kehoe, the sophomore, once again making her varsity debut. One of the only 2 sophomores on this varsity roster. 3 sophomores? 3 sophomores on this varsity roster. So the first free throw is up and good by Kehoe.
Second one short. Harden's going to slow it down, getting this over to the center now, back to Jarvis. Jarvis over to Rouse. Jarvis looking to get it down in the middle. She does. Ball's be passed back out to Rouse. Quick pass, almost lost there by Harden. We're playing some strong defenses. The cross pass from Harden is going to be tipped out of bounds by Hannah Myers. quick hands there to stop that pass from getting through. 1:41 left to go in this third quarter. Ball's passed in by Jarvis. Bad pass there from Rouse. Going to be picked off by Kehoe. Ball now to Filosa. She's looking to take another deep three, but instead she drives the basket. She's fouled. Filosa making a nice move there. She's obviously shot quite a few threes tonight, so they're definitely expecting her to take those from the outside and use that to her advantage to get to the basket and now to the free throw line.
Yeah, Filosa, once again, bit of a rough game so far. We'll see if she can make these 2 free throws, but off to a bit of a rocky start as we're approaching the fourth quarter here. First free throw is down and good, though.
1:16 now left in the third after that foul. Definitely not over. It's still a single-digit lead here for York. Second free throw is not going to go for Filosa. Bryant now with it. Almost goes out of bounds. Stella Cole fighting for it, and that's going to be a jump ball. Great awareness there from Stella Cole, noticing that Haven Harden wasn't really paying attention to that backside. She's going to jump in there. Even though they don't get the ball, that's still going to put the possession arrow in their favor next time that needs to happen. And who knows, maybe this game will get a little bit closer, and they're going to need that later on.
Yeah, reminder, the IHSA rules, state rule of the alternate possession is still in effect for jump balls.
It's a pass down low to Bryant. Look to be blocked. Filosa's now going to get it under a minute left to play in the third. 50 seconds. Filosa pushing up. Making a move to her left. Going to the basket. And swatted by Haven Harden, but they're gonna call it a foul. I think that was on the body because the hand definitely did not make any contact. That was definitely an all ball with the hand.
Yeah, that's definitely a questionable call there, but nonetheless, Filosa did a great job selling the foul.
That first free throw not gonna go. Filosa now 1 for 3 here in our last 3 attempts. Second one is short as well. Going 0 for 2 at that trip to the line. Jarvis with it, getting it over to Harden. Harden out of Bryant. Bryant the extra pass to Jarvis. Her three-pointer. That's going to be off the back rim. Fighting for the rebound, though. No, Myers is going to grab it. 30 seconds left. Myers pushing it up to Filosa. She's going to take the corner 3, and there's Filosa's first 3 ball. You were waiting for it at home, and there it is. She's able to knock down on her 5th attempt there. Now up to 8 points. She's going to get another attempt. She's going to get this one over to Kehoe. Kehoe in the corner to Stella Cole. Cole's going to take the pull-up jumper. That one's going to rattle around a little bit. No good, but Kehoe's there to pick up the glass, and there's going to be a foul, and now Ellie Kehoe is going to the line with 4.9 seconds left to go in the third.
And that was a great shot, corner 3 there by Filosa. Great pass, though, by Myers. Little underhand pass there.
Kehoe's first one, nothing but net. That's going to go in. Quick substitution here for DGS. Addison Bryant comes out, and Caitlin Konetska is going to check in. Lead now back up to 13, feeling a little bit more comfortable as the York Dukes. Kehoe's second free throw is also in. 42-28 now the score with 5 seconds. DGS going to have to work quickly. Jarvis up to Harden, extra pass. Does not appear to get it off in time, but that shot was long regardless. So 42-28 our score after 3. The York Dukes are in the lead.
Yeah, DGS really was pulling ahead in the beginning of this third quarter, TJ, but York has done a great job at firing back. Running that 2-1-2 trap defense again has really, really, really helped them, and that has just been kind of just the rhythm for their entire second half of this third quarter.
With that, we're going to step away shortly. Don't go anywhere for fourth quarter action here in Elmhurst. York's currently leading 42-28 over the Mustangs.
back here with Myers taking up the ball for the Dukes, passing it to Cole into Silkaitis. There is a missed basket there by the Dukes.
DGS now trying to get up to Bryant. They do. They're going to hit that one back to Jarvis. Out to Thomas. Allison Jarvis now with it up top. We're going to make a play. Thomas in the corner. She's going to shoot a three. Rebounded by Filosa. Filosa now pushing it. 2-on-2 here. The scoop layup's going to get blocked by number 14 of DGS. Ball now being pushed up. Hardin's going to lose control of it. Hardin is down, and we're going to step away here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Dukes Varsity Basketball on York Sports Network. Dribble drive by Jarvis here out of the timeout. Raus over to Brown. Brown looking to get it down low. She does. Working on Silkaitis. That turnaround jumper won't go, and Silkaitis able to grab the rebound. She's fighting for it. Gonna call a jump ball. I don't think DGS even was touching the ball. I think they were just grabbing her arm, but nonetheless, it's gonna be a jump ball call. But York's gonna get the basketball anyways. Myers now looking to drive, backing down her defender, and Jarvis. Great pass to the backdoor cutter and Filosa, and another jump ball, so that's now going to be down her south ball as possession arrow is pointing towards the Mustangs.
As there seems to be some confusion here between the two refs.
So I say the last jump ball was about 3 seconds ago. I don't know how you could be could be confused.
It's just in favor of the alternate possession. As the refs just seem to be arguing
it was literally
with each
3
other.
seconds
Come
ago.
on.
I don't know what's going on here.
Dowdy's making his case to the refs, saying that
I say Dowdy's a teacher at York, and he's still trying to tell him that it's not York's ball. So clearly it's not. Coach Collins might have to jump in there and let them know for them to get this right at this point.
thumbs down on the officiating job there. Not able to communicate with each other. We're talking about offenses communicating. We need to have the refs communicating with each other on these calls, not Mr. Dowdy.
That pass going to be thrown out of bounds by Allison Jarvis. Trying to get it over to Megan Gaschow. So Cole now dribbling the basket. She's getting it out to Myers. Myers pull up three. That one's off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Filosa. Her shot going to bounce off the rim and backboard. It's going to go down in for her. She's now in the double digits in points. 44-28. Dukes in the lead with 6:06 left to play in this game. Ball passed in to Ganschow. Thomas with the drive. She's going to go up with it. Offensive rebound for Bryant. She's going to be fouled by Silkaitis. That's going to be her third. Not the only player out there with 3 fouls, as Filosa also has 3.
Yeah, both players in a bit of foul trouble. I mean, there's still 6 minutes left, but that's still risky to have 3 fouls going into the second half of the fourth quarter.
Bryant's going to knock the first one down. Looks like Van Euclum's going to check into the game, and Silkaitis is going to take a breather out on the bench. with those 3 fouls that we just mentioned a moment ago. Especially with Silkaitis being one of their centers. Foul trouble could definitely be a problem as Gaschow's like quite a bit bigger than any player that York has.
Absolutely.
Stella Cole gonna dribble drive, going up with the left. She's gonna be fouled hard.
Yeah,
She seems to be okay, but loud thud from the ground there. She was fouled by Gaschow.
Yeah, Gaschow with a bit of a hip check there on Cole. I will say, anytime someone falls in this gym, it sounds 10 times worse than what the injury actually is, given the echo in here.
I'll say that sound was really, really loud, and just she sprung up like nothing happened.
Exactly.
First free throw is going to bounce in. Also in some foul trouble is Downers Grove South as Addison Bryant has 3 as well as Gaschow having 2. Ball gonna be given down to Bryant. Bryant over to Harden, who was checked back into the game. Once again, Myers just going to kick this ball out of bounds. We've seen her do that a lot, especially in the past, open passing lanes, and she just kind of like kicks it out of bounds. I mean, what do you kind of think about that, Luke? Do you think that's smart to do that, to disrupt that pass, or do you think she just let it go through?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a smart way just to kill the possession. I mean, it's going to restart a possession for the opposing team, but I just see it as Myers using some of her soccer skills come spring season.
Jarvis is going to have this, passing it over to Granshaw. Jarvis over to Bryant. That ball's going to be tipped by Stella Cole. That's going to go out of bounds again. Pass was intended for Haven Harden. Jarvis with it, standing up on the wing, guarded by Myers. Finally gets rid of it. Rouse with the ball now. Ball pass out to Bryant. Swing pass, Jarvis, 3-pointer. Can't get it to go. It will be a foul, though, so Jarvis going to go to the line for 3 free throws. After connecting on that first 3-pointer in the first quarter, she's even a bit ice cold there from behind the arc.
Yeah, absolutely. But once again, she's been doing a great job of getting to the free throw stripe.
Not able to capitalize on the first one. She still will get 2 more. 4:51 left to go in this fourth quarter. York leading by 16. Second one is good. Third attempt here is going to get a little friendly bounce off the rim. A little help from the backboard. It's going to go down, though. 2 for 3 on that chance. The charity stripe there from Allison Jarvis. Van Euclid now driving. She's going to get this one over to Stella Cole. Her 3-pointer. Wow.
Lit on the rim there. I mean, come on. Rimmed right out.
Ball going to be tipped by Stella Cole. There's going to be a foul called on Filosa, and that's going to be her 4th.
Your foul number 2, Anna Filosa. That is her 4th. Team's 3rd.
Coach calling for some clarification here on exactly who the foul was on.
That's Stella Cole and Anna Filosa in the area. 2 and 22. When your ref's holding up the numbers, you don't exactly know most of the time.
And you want clarification, especially with Filosa, because this would be her 4th personal foul.
And Harden's going to hit the and one. She's going to be able to get that one to go. Now 12-point game.
Yeah, Harden's done a great job this entire game. I mean, she's kind of been on the court all 4 quarters. You know, not necessarily bucket getting per se, but really facilitating, getting those boards. You know, showing her size off on the court right now.
Larma checking in here for Van Euclid. And one free throw attempt here is going to be short and rebounded by Myers. Only with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, Coach Collins has decided to leave her starter and Filosa out there on the floor. I'll kick back out to Cole. Cole now to Barden. Myers going to take the three-pointer. That's not going to go. Bryant trying to make a play on it. She saves it. Harden now has it. Trying to go back to Bryant. Bryant not able to grab that one as that pass was a bit out of the way by Haven Harden. It's going to go out of bounds, so York's going to get the basketball here with 3:52 left in the fourth. Stella Cole over to Barden. Filosa trying to make something happen at the top of the key. Good spin move. Kind of wild off the glass, though, and it's not going to go in for her. Pass down in the basket. That one going for Megan Gaschow, and it's going to be a foul down low underneath.
That foul's on number 5, Avery Leiman. That is her 5th. Avery's foul on the game for the Dukes.
That's going to be the 5th foul here on Avery Larma. So we were talking about Filosa in the foul trouble, but Larma ends up being the first one to have to take a seat on the bench permanently.
Yeah, we didn't really realize how much foul trouble she was in. Larma a bit, only a freshman obviously, but a bit rough of a game, ending up fouling out. We saw that one wild left-handed hook shot while just running right past the basket. She's still learning, obviously. She's a freshman, but, not the greatest game.
Offensive rebound by DGS, so even though they missed the free throw, they're still going to get a chance. Jarvis down 11 with 3 minutes left to go in the last period of this game. DGS going to have to make something happen quickly if they want to come back. This ball over to Bryant. Bryant driving. Tipped out of bounds by Filosa. It's going to stay here with the Mustangs. Be a traveling call on Jarvis. Referee trying to explain what she did, but even how the referee was doing, it didn't really look like she was traveling.
The referee and the coach having a little bit of a sassy exchange per se there, with the ref demonstrating what exactly Jarvis did there to get the travel call on her.
Cole driving the basket, but Filosa going to take a deep three, and that one's also off. Last touch by Kehoe. But going back to that kind of like demonstration the referee was giving. Luca, on the demonstration, did you see a travel? Because I don't think I saw it.
Not really.
I think I saw it in the demonstration.
Yeah. Officially here, bit different of a show run here by the officials.
As Myers is going to get the tip pass, she's making a move to the basket, won't go, but Cole's there to pick it up, and she's going to get the second chance bucket. Great job filling the lane correctly there by Stella Cole, helping out her teammate.
Yeah, that was a great job by Stella Cole right there. Like you just said, TJ. Saw that Myers was going to the basket, gets right in front of the DGS defender, boxes her out, grabs the board, puts it right back up. It's simple basketball. With that being said, though, we will head to a break real quick. Don't go anywhere, folks. You were watching Girls Varsity Basketball on York Sports Network.
Now back from the timeout. Mustangs with it. Down by 13 here with just 2:13 left to go in the fourth. Ball's into Jarvis. Jarvis going to throw it off the leg of Silkaitis. It's going to stay here with the Mustangs. York with most of the starting five out there now in crunch time at the end of the game. Jarvis going to have it over on the wing. He's going to step into a three-pointer. That unloading it, no good. Silkaitis with another rebound.
Yeah, Silkaitis just a menace on the boards tonight. Just hounding DGS.
Filosa.
Whoa!
Slips and falls there, but they're going to get Clay Thomas on the foul.
Falls right back again. Sounded like she died when she fell in this gym, but she didn't. She's fine. She got right back up, wiped the dirt off her knees.
Myers almost tripping herself on that one. She's going to drive baseline, trying to make the one-handed baseball pass.
It stayed in bounds.
Going off the bleachers. Technically did not hit the basketball floor, but obviously the bleachers also count as out of bounds.
You said it, not me.
Jarvis just standing there with it. They need to get this ball over. Getting close to the back half-court rule. Jarvis now pushing up, trying to do a Euro step, but Silkaitis was in her way. Waiting for the blocking foul there.
Yeah, another great job by Jarvis to draw the foul, but Silkaitis was just standing there like a brick wall, making sure that she did not get anywhere closer to the basket.
And Jarvis has struggled a little bit from the free throw line here tonight. While she's gotten there a lot, the majority of those free throws have not gone in. I think she's sitting right around the 50% mark as she misses the first one here. So really at that point, you would trade a foul for the easy layup, but also you have to think about the foul trouble with now Silkaitis now having her fourth foul of the game.
Yeah, but Silkaitis, TJ, is being a selfless player here, putting the team over herself, making sure even if she fouls out, the team is going to be successful. And that, my friends, is basketball at its finest.
Filosa's going to have it now. Under a minute left to play. She's going to get fouled there by Brown. Myers passing it off the inbound, so Silkaitis goes up with it. Getting blocked again by Haven Harden. She's been a menace in the paint tonight. Any shot that goes up around her is just sent back. On to Filosa. She's got an open layup, but she's not going to connect on it. Probably should have been 2 points, but 45 seconds now left to go. Jarvis trying to move it past the half court, but great defense from Stella Cole, and she's going to get called for a foul. I know the game's over here. 12-point game with 40 seconds left to go, but I know you're supposed to technically give a little bit more leeway to the team that's losing with the foul calls, but I think there's been a little bit too much leeway here in the last minute or so. There's another free throw from Jarvis. Won't go down.
Well, I wouldn't 100% call it leeway, TJ, as they kind of keep missing from the charity stripe here. They're giving them leeway. They're not accepting the leeway, though. But she will accept it there.
Once again, 1 for 2 from the line from Allison Jarvis. Cole most likely going to hold this ball as 30 seconds are left on the clock, and this game should be over up 11, especially with the no shot clock here in high school basketball. That's what it looks like it's going to be, as Harden's trying to make something happen on Myers, but she's doing a good job of just time wasting here. Tight roping up against the sideline, and she's going to get the, I'm going to say she stepped out of bounds. Looked like she was shoved a little bit there from Harden.
Yeah, DGS being some warriors here. I mean, I know they're mascots, the Mustangs, but they seem like some warriors here saying the game is not done.
In the corner to Thomas, 5 seconds left. Jarvis driving to the basket, great Euro step, and she gets the buzzer beater.
for the win. No, never mind. Game's over. 48-39 win for the Dukes here. Absolutely incredible performance by both teams. York ends up coming out victorious. Again, folks, these are seen as exhibition games for both sides, as both teams don't really have their rosters between JV, varsity, sophomore solidified. So this is giving them a great idea of who they want to move up, who they may want to, move down. Hate to say it, but, absolutely incredible job by both teams. York showing that 2-1-2 defense again. Absolutely incredible. Hounding the Mustangs on that. And that will make them end up emerging victorious.
And also a little bit back to that, like, when you were talking about the rotation and everything, we know York was kind of short-ended with like a 7-man rotation last year, even through the end of the playoffs.